a weapon. We got rules. You drop your weapon. I'm going to expect 10 push-ups out of you. So, okay. This is a punishment. This punishment kind of goes back to actual I guess war times. So the idea was that if you ever lost your weapon in a battle, you're dead. Okay, so the punishment was you're gonna be punished if you drop it during practice, and this will help you learn to keep a grip on your weapon. Number one. Number two, if you hit a student with your weapon, 20 push-ups. Okay. Don't think you hit the ceiling. We used to have the ceiling rule too. Ceiling can be a lot harder to hit with this weapon. It'll be the same thing, 10 push-ups. So every time you do it, don't. For a lot of times, what'll happen is like students will drop it. Like right when we're in the middle of class, and they'll drop doing their push-ups. When we're in the middle of 4, it's like, don't do that. Wait till we're at the end of class. Keep count of them, and then do your push-ups. This is not the right way to walk around the room with your weapon. With our saber, what we do is you're going to hold it right behind your shoulder. Okay. So you hold it here. This is a good place. This is a safe place for it to be. The other place that we will hold it will be right on our elbow. All right. Okay. We got 2 minutes. First thing we're going to do with our saber is we're going to learn how to cut. Okay. So we're going to start with that right foot forward. And our weight's going to be on the right foot. You're going to have a little bit of weight on that left foot. We're going to take that left hand and put it on our right forearm. Okay. Saber's going to start at our right shoulder, and we're going to cut down diagonally to our left leg. We're going to flip it over. We're going to come up to our left shoulder. We're going to cut down diagonally to our right leg. Comes up, down, cut, down, cut, down, cut. Good. Yep. Okay, and this is, I want you to kind of make sure that you think about with this one is that here's what's going to happen. Every time you cut, this is not an effective cut. The blade must always, the sharp edge of the blade must always be leading. So for now, we're not going to worry too much about how well we're cutting, as much as that our form is correct, that we're cutting with that sharp part of the blade is always cutting through something. Understand? Yes, sir. I'm going to make you do this a whole bunch. Right now you're a little wild on it, but that is okay because after a while, you wind up with your cuts that are looking a lot more like this. But we're not there yet. You can make sure that what you're focusing on is that sharp edge of the blade going forward. A little unwieldy, isn't it? All right. Let's start to take a look at our weapon. The handle, pommel. This is the guard, and then this is the blade. We want to make sure that when we have this, that we put our hand right up against that guard so that it doesn't slip. This is the sharp side of the blade. You're going to see us grab the blade quite a bit. You're never, ever, ever going to do this. That's how you cut your fingers off. We want to make sure that anytime we're pushing on this blade, that those fingers are back. You're going to notice that there's 2 parts to the back of this blade. A lot of times what's going to happen on some of these, this part here is also going to be sharpened. Okay? that is so that you can stab. So there's the cutting side, there's the stabbing side, and then this is going to be blunt. This is usually the blocking side. All right. Let's come over to the heavy bags. Move some stuff out of the way. As long as you kind of get a good feel for what this blade is actually doing on somebody. So one of the things I had you do is I had you put your hand on your forearm. And the reason is because a lot of times what you'll see students do is their entire body will be completely motionless and they will try to cut with their arm. But what we know, their arms are very weak, our legs are very strong, so this forces you to have to cut with your waist. Your waist is doing the cutting. Now, when we do a cut, it's not just the fact that the blade is sharp, it's also the fact that the blade is moving. Alright, so when we do this cut, you'll notice that that's where I hit, but I'm still going to drag my blade all the way across my opponent. Alright? I don't know if you guys have ever, and I've explained this, if you ever cut vegetables, you ever cut meat, how many times do you, unless it's a really sharp knife, you're going to chop all the way down. If it's not a sharp knife, you're dragging. Okay? So it's the same thing. So as you're doing this cut, you're going to come in, and that waist is going to try to get in as hard as it can, and you're dragging it to get the rest of that cut to go through. Okay? So I'm going to have you come up to the heavy bag, and you're just going to kind of feel it. Don't hit it hard, please. But you're just going to kind of get a good feel for it. It's going to strike, and it's going to kind of drag across the surface. By hand. Good. Dang. All right, we're going to come back out to the floor. And now what we're going to do is we're going to learn, since we have a little bit of the basics in, we're going to learn some of the routine. Okay. So we're going to start in that left hand. Okay. The sharp bit's going to be out. Dull bit's going to be in. It's going to be sitting right there in the crook of the elbow. All right. Okay, I'm going to do attention stance, so feet are going to come together, hands can come down by your side. Attention stance.
Yes, sir.
Go stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna come here. All right, our first move, we're going to step forward, that right foot, that right toe is going to go out. Pointing that way, the left heel is going to disengage, and that saber, the pommel is going to come to your shoulder plexus, and then when you look at this, it's going to be straight forward. It's almost like you're looking down the barrel of a gun. So, okay. That's our first move. Second move, left foot is step out. We're going to be in a cat stance. We're going to push. All those fingers are together. On the end, yeah, we're pushing forward. Good. And now we're going to take that right hand. It's going to go on to that handle. We're going to grab. Left hand is going to do refer to as our sword fingers. They're going to point up towards the tip of the saber. You're going to feel, you know where your tricep is? So, you know where the little horseshoe is? Yeah. So this is going to sit up in that horseshoe part of that tricep, and then you're going to pull it down. Ooh, that's the first 3 moves. Okay. Fourth move. We're going to cut to the right. Left hand's going to come to chamber, and then we're going to come into our right stance. Good. All right, reset.
Sir.
It's that left hand holding the saber. Okay. And stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fifth move, we're going to step into a horse stance. Left hand, going to be prayer position. Right hand is blocking. Good. All right. One more move, or we're going to do that again?
Do it one more time.
All right. Stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to be a horse stance. It's going to be the hard part, is getting all these moves. All right, feet together.
Sir.
So the first time we did tiger stances, I said tiger stances are our alphabet. We just did several of our letters from our tiger stance. So cross stance, cat stance, crane stance, horse stance. Yes. So the better you get at those stances, the easier a lot of our West Air 108 will get. Okay. So, all right. Let's learn that next move. Stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to come up on that left leg. There's 6. We're pushing up with that left hand, striking down. Right. All right. Good. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
My face. I'm going to have Mr. Nelson, can you help me out?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to pretend. Have you used the?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't like this one. It's very bumpy.
Those are better.
It's not gonna slip very well. Okay. Mr. Nelson's we're gonna pretend Mr. Nelson has a spear. And then I'm just gonna go through those first 3 moves. So the first one is he's gonna go for my legs. I'm gonna strike down. And he's gonna go for my face. Striking up, and he's gonna go for my legs again. I'm retreating. So that's what those first 3 moves after the salute are. So once we're done presenting, and we're blocking, somebody coming in with their spear. So, okay? Thank you. That's it. Right. Ooh. Saber's a pretty fun form. We're gonna learn a lot of flashy stuff with Saber. Some of it, I think for some students, it feels like we're playing while we spend an entire class just doing nothing but fancy cuts. But it's part of the form. All right. Bow out.
Yes, sir.
Probably should have done the life skills and not actually part of the Black Sabbath Mastery thing. All right.
Bow to head instructor.
Bow to intermediate student, beginner student, and everybody at home.